All right, everyone. You know what time it is. Time to break a little bread.
Yes. Today we step into the storm and see how God carries Noah through the waters.
Sounds important. Let's start with our verse for today.
Okay. Our memory verse is from Genesis chapter 8, verse 1. It says, "And God remembered Noah and every living thing."
God remembered Noah. That's powerful. Let's look at some words we'll hear in this story. First up, flood.
A flood is a huge covering of water over the land.
Okay, how about prevail?
That means to last and stay strong for a long time.
Got it. And the ark.
Ah, the ark. That's the big wooden boat God told Noah to build for safety.
Right. What about remembered? You just said that in our verse.
Yes. When the Bible says God remembered, it means that God kept caring and did not forget.
Good to know. Last one, mountains.
Mountains are those very high hills that rise up above the land.
Great. Now we know the words. Let's get into the story. So the rain started. What happened next?
Well, the water kept coming. Genesis tells us the flood was on the earth for 40 days, and the waters increased.
Increased, like got deeper.
Exactly. Deeper and stronger. They lifted the ark up so it was floating high above the ground.
Wow. High up.
Yes, the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, as the Bible says. They kept getting stronger and covered everything, even the tall mountains.
The mountains were covered too.
My word, the Bible even mentions the water went about 15 cubits above the mountaintops. That's pretty deep.
So everything was covered.
Yeah.
But Noah and his family.
They stayed safe together inside the ark, just like God planned.
Whew.
Yeah, it was a huge storm outside, but God's rescue plan for them was even bigger.
So what happened to everything outside the ark?
Well, this part is serious. The Bible says all flesh died that moved upon the earth. Birds, cattle, beasts, every creeping thing, and every man. Everything with the breath of life on dry land died.
Wow. So nothing survived out there.
No, life outside the ark couldn't survive the flood. It was a time of judgment because the world had turned away from God.
That sounds really sad and scary.
It was a very serious time. But even right in the middle of this big, sad event, God was keeping his promise. He had his saving plan going.
The plan to save Noah.
Exactly. Noah, his family, and all the animals with them in the ark, they remained alive. They were kept safe, just like God promised he would do.
How long did the water stay that high? It sounds like it covered everything for a while.
It did. The Bible says the waters prevailed upon the earth for 150 days.
Whoa. 150 days. That's like 5 months?
Yes, a very long time to be floating in an ark. Imagine waiting that long. It took a lot of trust.
Waiting and trusting God, even when maybe you can't see what he's doing.
That's right. Even during long waiting times, God is still working. He was holding that ark steady the whole time.
So after all that waiting, what happened? Did God forget them?
No, not at all. And that brings us back to our key verse. And God remembered Noah.
Ah, remembered means he kept caring.
Exactly. He didn't forget his promise. So God made a wind pass over the earth.
A wind. What did that do?
The wind started to help the waters go down. And God also stopped the rain and the water coming up from the ground.
So things started to dry up.
Slowly, yes. The waters began to go down little by little. And then something amazing happened. The ark came to rest. It stopped floating around.
It stopped where?
It rested upon the mountains of Ararat.
So from being tossed on the waves to resting on solid ground, well, on a mountain.
Right. It was a big shift. It showed God was taking care of them, bringing them towards safety.
Did they see land right away?
Not quite yet. The waters kept going down. The Bible tells us that after some more time, around the 10th month, they could finally see the tops of the mountains.
Seeing the mountaintops, that must have felt hopeful.
Oh, absolutely. Those mountain peaks were like a little sign of hope, a reminder that God finishes what he starts. He was bringing them back to dry land.
So waiting with God is never wasted time.
That's a great way to put it. Waiting can be hard, but God remembers his promises and he rescues his people.
The storm was huge, but God's care was bigger.
That's the heart of it. The storm wasn't the end of the story. God's mercy and his promise were.
Let's say that wonderful verse again, Genesis 8, verse 1. And God remembered Noah and every living thing.
A beautiful reminder.
Okay, quick review of our words. Flood.
A huge covering of water.
Prevail.
To last and stay strong.
Ark.
The great boat for safety.
Remembered.
God kept caring and did not forget.
And mountains.
Very high hills.
Excellent. Hold on to this truth. God remembers his people, even in the longest storms.
Until next time, keep breaking a little bread, sharing his love, and walking in faith.